Hi everybody, I'm Christina Mroz, and today we're going to look at a movement from coming from forearm plank up into a core strengthener. And I use this as a tool for how do you transition into downward facing dog. So we'll get there in a moment. You're going to come down onto your belly. So elbows are going to be right under the shoulders, and from here you're going to draw the shoulders down versus the shoulders being up by the ears. So shoulders down and back here. And what we're going to do is we're going to imagine there's a string on our lower ribs here, and that there's a puppeteer above us, and the puppeteer is going to lift that string up, and it's going to lift our ribs, which also lifts the pelvis. So I'm going to lift my ribs here, which lifts the pelvis, and I'm going to come down. So this is going to be my movement here, this up and down movement, the ribs initiating the pelvis. What it does is it works the upper abs. So it's a strengthener for the upper abs, and then you can come up and you can hold it here as well. Now how this transitions into downward facing dog is we're going to take the hands next to the side of the body, we're going to tuck the toes under, and then as we initiate our movement into downward facing dog, a lot of times we initiate the movement from the hips. I want to see if we can now start to maybe possibly initiate their movements from the rib cage. So we're going to press down through the hands. We're going to lift from the lower ribs, press back, downward facing dog. Come back forward, lower down onto the knees if you need to, come back down onto the belly. Let's try that again. Initiate the lift from the lower ribs, press up to take you back, downward facing dog. So in that transition to downward facing dog, your core is working, particularly the upper abs are firing and working there. So if you're like, wow, that's really cool, I didn't know how to use my core in transitions, I would say, hey, check out our Holy Yogalates program, because that's all about how do you use your core really well in your yoga practice. You also learn Pilates, but you'll get a lot of core information as well.